Or when you're daydreaming in a class. I mean, when you're really bored in a class, start cranking the affirmations. That would be a good thing. So I included in here some examples of affirmations, and that, again, on the last page as well. These are just some that I have seen other people use. Some of these are some that I like. This first one, there's a really long story behind it. If you ever want to hear about this story, there's a guy who had terminal illness, and that was his affirmation, and pretty much terminal illness disappeared. You can read about it. He was quite famous. But that was the one he said, every day in every way, I'm getting better and better and better. And sure enough, subconscious went, okay. Just online, type in that sentence and see where it shows up. You know, and you can just read through these and go, yeah, you know, that I can do a variation of that one. I have some friends. I have this neighbor who's enormously wealthy. He has more money. He spends like $200,000 a year on the jazz seats, box seats. I mean, he just lives up the street from me. He's just unbelievably wealthy. And I know for sure that in his head, no matter what happens, he will always have way more money than he ever needs. He's beyond circumstances. He has just, that is how he's affirmed it so strongly that it will just happen for him. I guarantee it. And I think that can happen for just about any. If we're working on things like self-esteem, if we're working on things like self-image, you know, body weight, all of these things that we struggle with, even if it's just self-talk. You know, I speak positively about myself, in positive ways, about positive things. Say that a lot and watch what happens. Really just experiment with it and watch what happens. It's a really cool idea. But make it so that it's yours. Make it so that it's... And I've done this a few times over my many years of playing with this, and I find that a few of mine change. I have a few that are... every time, like every so often, I'll check through it and say, okay, is this what I really want to be sticking on my stage? No, that doesn't fit anymore, and so I take it off. And then but I have about 6 or 7, and I could show you exactly where they are. I read them very frequently. Read them last night, as a matter of fact. And I don't, but the last thing that I want you to think about here, it says, be an observer and don't judge the process. What I mean by that is, when you plant the seed in the ground, you don't keep looking to see if it's growing. When you plant the seed in the ground, you let it grow. You don't, oh, let me see if we've got a, you know, if it's sprouting yet. The instant you do that, you kill it. By just stepping back and trusting. You step back and you go, okay, it's out of my hands. I'm not going to try to make things happen, and I will move on the nudges I have that move in that direction, but I'm not going to force anything. Watch what happens. It's really a cool idea.